Hello, everybody. It's been quite a while considering the regularly scheduled updates because of Team Ninja's Twitter updates. However, I don't have news on Ninja Gaiden because Team Ninja is done posting about Ninja Gaiden for now. I expect the next news for you to hear to be the demo and maybe some footage uh, with it. Xbox has already confirmed that Ninja Gaiden 4 will be playable at Gamescom 2025. Hands on, and you don't have to be VIP. It is actually on the platform. You can just go play it. So, as far as new Ninja Gaiden news goes, that's it. But otherwise, they're on a halt till they officially announce that themselves, which I have not seen yet. So, today, I wanted to bring you more hack and slashes. Like, widen the horizon on a lot of things coming out in the future, near future, and far future, far future. But we're gonna get into it from left to right, skipping over to Ninja Gaiden because I don't think you guys need more info on Ninja Gaiden. Starting off with this game, which this game spawned about around 5 years ago. It's called Project DT. We don't know what else. There hasn't been many news about it. It might have been canned for all I know, but there's been no confirmation on that. And this game is pretty heavily inspired by the melee mode or the gauntlet weapons in Devil May Cry. You'll be able to see some moves actually, but I think it's a Chinese developer as always. Robot chick with cool ass gloves, and you fight in robots, sentient robots. I'm guessing the see, but yeah. If I can point out some moves, I think she'll do the flip right now. So wait, should be here. So that flip is literally Dante's kickflip in DMC5. So it is heavily, and that's just straight up Volcano from DMC. But yeah, it is heavily inspired by Devil May Cry. And I would say maybe even Metal Gear Rising a little bit because certain enemies kind of, you see it. I don't have to explain it at all. If you play Metal Gear Rising, you'll notice it. But the gist of the game is that, and there is gameplay, and there is actual gameplay, and I'm pretty sure this footage is proof of concept. It's not like hands on, most likely. It could be pre recorded, but I don't think so. I think these are just proof of concept and just get the project going. And a project like this, a hack and slash game, usually takes a long time to develop. So this game is going to be approximately maybe 4 or 5 more years away if we're lucky. It takes around, at the very least, 6 to 10 years to make a hack and slash game that's actually fleshed out. China's been delivering big time, right? So Wukong was great. I don't consider it a hack and slash game, but that game was pretty great. So that's this game, and this is a like live footage. Like this is hands on, so this is new. And yeah, B, C, the style ranking is there, and Killer B is right there. Rising Uppercut or Dragon Punch, whatever you want to call it. Volcano. That's literally Dante's Stinger input. But yeah, heavily, even the HUD kind of heavily inspired by Devil May Cry. On the off note, DMC really did jumpstart hack and slashes again. Back in 2018 when they revealed it, 2019 when the game came out, a lot of developers were still scared of like, hey, is character action done? Is hack and slash done? Is everything just Souls like? And DMC was like, no, actually, fuck that shit. Keep this going. And then Team Ninja started development on Ninja Gaiden 4. Not directly, but I would 100% say that, yeah, it definitely boosted their confidence in like, okay, this is possible. And yeah, Bayonetta 3 happened because of it too. It was already in development. So like the DMC like reignited, defibrillated the hack and slash genre. So I forever am grateful to that game. As far as gameplay goes, this is it. I'm not gonna watch all the gameplay. So the clip, if you want the clip, I might even link these, but probably not. Wild Gamer SK, Project DT gameplay 9 minutes. Search that up on YouTube if you want to watch the whole thing. Just analyze it yourself. Go through it. It is awesome. It looks really appealing. I do like it. There seems to be some element That's Project DT. Next one, and this game, thankfully, Morbid Metal, this also was announced long ago, and this game went through some changes. It was initially a hack and slash, but I think because of the era this was being developed in, this was when Hades was big. This was when what was that game called? Returnal. Returnal was big too. So roguelike was making it big in the industry. So I think somewhere along the line, they were like, hey, let's just make this a roguelike. So instead of throwing their cool ass ideas out, like or properties on, all that, they said just gonna implement everything at all times and we're just gonna make it a roguelike. And there's a demo on Steam. You can play it as much as you want. It's not trial, it's not time trial or anything. There's multiple characters, multiple styles, multiple everything. So definitely check this game out. I love it, and one of my favorite artists, if not the favorite artist, that works on the music, which is Blue Stolly. If you have not listened to his music, I would. If you're into rock, industrial metal, 100% listen to it. You're gonna love it. But gameplay on this looks awesome, flashy, cool. The inputs are pretty good too, considering it's still a demo. But so check that out. Very cool game. I don't know when it's gonna come out yet, but it's going there. It is almost there. So now we're gonna move into the biggest one and the closest one. This game comes out next month. This is Lost Soul Aside. New gameplay released 2 days ago, I think. Because I think there was a Chinese game show, something happening. There's something going on because a lot of new footage came out for these games. But Lost Soul Aside has been in development for 10 years. This game we first saw, we caught wind of this game around 2014. And ever since then, it was done by a single developer. Been working on it the whole time, and he said that this game was heavily inspired by Final Fantasy 15, Devil May Cry, and you can see it. The way he fights and the way he looks is literally, he fights like DMC and he looks like Noctis. Nothing wrong with that, right? It's never wrong to take inspiration from good things and making something original and good still. So the only change I've seen is that he has a stamina bar now. And before people lose their mind and say this is a Souls-like or something, no, it's not a Souls-like. These are all hack and slash games. There is a stamina bar in here, but if you pay attention, and I'm going to break this down just because I know people are worried about this. Items, just because you have an item wheel doesn't mean it's a Souls-like. Devil May Cry has it, Ninja Gaiden has it, Bayonetta has it. And I mean, Ninja Gaiden 4 and 3 and DMC 5 don't have items, but it was always there. It's just the thing that's been there. It doesn't mean it's Souls-like. And the stamina bar, if you perfect dodge, it doesn't consume the bar at all. He just perfect dodge, he didn't consume it. It's still there. But when he dashes again, just to, when it's not a perfect dodge, it consumes it. So this is a safety precaution taken in place by developers to make you not feel like you're invincible all the time, so you can just infinitely dash, i.e. Ryu, or Trickster Dash and Devil May Cry. It's like you're immortal. You have like maybe 2 active frames between the Trickster Dashes for you to get hit. You're practically immortal, Trickster Dashing. And same thing with Ryu slide jumping, barely anything can catch you. So this is there for you to not just dodge all over the place. It's becoming a very popular thing too in a lot of action games, to just add a stamina bar to prevent you from dodging a lot. Punishing Grey Raven has it. Withering Wave has it. Zenless Zone Zero has it. I'm pretty sure Genshin has some type of mechanics like this too. But yeah, limiting you on dodging is the thing because they want you to feel threatened all the time. So if you spam dodges, there's consequences for just mashing dodges to get out of it. But yeah, as you can see, he's taking hits. He's not dying in 2 hits. He took 2 hits from normal enemies. He took a very, very minimal amount of damage. Even from bosses, when he gets hit by strings and stuff, he doesn't take too much damage. And you see, when he perfect dodges, the bar comes back. And even if he doesn't, the cooldown and the uptime on it regens pretty fast. And he has a DT mechanic that enhances his attacks, and he has multiple weapons. So he has the sword. I've seen him use a great sword too. He has a spear too. I'm pretty sure all those concepts are still in the game. That will make no sense to remove them. So yeah, game comes out next month. I hope it doesn't get delayed, and I hope it's actually long enough to be worth it. It does have RPG mechanics in it, and it's like semi-open world. There is platforming, there is traveling, flying, and all that, and he has a lot of movesets. I'm actually really curious to know what's actually going to be possible in this game. So this is a game I will be streaming next month too, as soon as it drops, as much as I can. I will probably beat every difficulty. I'll 100% platinum this game unless there's some nonsensical online trophy for it. And yeah, I will stream this. So if you are skeptical about still buying it, just check out my streams. So I'm promoting myself. Yeah, check out my streams later because I will play this game as much as I can. Been waiting for this for 10 years. But again, gameplay, A9 VG. Just go there. Gameplay dropped 3 days ago. 9 minutes. If you just search up Lost Soul Aside, it should pop up there too. There's a lot of gameplay content. If it just this is the most recent one, so it's the most updated one. That's why I choose to show this. But if you want to go look at other stuff, right there. So now to the one that a lot of people in the Ninja Gaiden community are looking forward to is Phantom Blade Zero, and this game is rumored to be targeting a release around the fall of 2026. So next year, this is gonna come out, and I don't have to say it. This game is insanely inspired by Ninja Gaiden. From the fact that you pretty much OT enemies, you press triangle, you press heavy attack to actually finish off enemies, and the finishes are pretty brutal. It does have a perfect dodge. It does have perfect deflect. These are standard hack and slash mechanics that are just make the game so much more enjoyable and depth heavy to look. So yeah, red attacks and blue attacks you can retaliate like that, and it doesn't cost stamina. But the thing that costs the stamina here, again, not a Souls-like game, please. But I will bring up something. But let's go one by one. So certain attacks consume stamina. Dodging doesn't. Basic movement doesn't consume stamina, and normal attacks do not consume stamina. And one thing I've noticed in the game is that even when he's out of stamina, he seems to be able to do everything he's doing anyway. So maybe when you have that orange meter, maybe it's not even a stamina more. Maybe it just powers up your mood or something. Moves, sorry, not mood. Stealth is in the game. The environment. Now I'm gonna segue into why it looks Souls-like. The environment is very FromSoft, right? The enemy placement is also very FromSoft. The areas and the way they placed enemies like far apart, but close enough for them to, if you wander off too much, they'll get to. The design is by all means FromSoft here, especially if, like games like Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring. However, the gameplay is not. You have a lot of freedom in what you can do and what you can't do. It doesn't limit you, and it doesn't seem you have multiple weapons at all times on you. So, and like I think you can have 4 equipped. So there is a lot of freedom in what you can do in this game, from stealth killing to deflecting to grabbing to finishing. It's like all those things. Like right there, he just grabbed his weapon because he perfect dodge, and that move stunned him, and now he's OTing him. I know it's a finisher, but I'm just gonna call it OT because he even uses triangle slash Y to do it. So that's a funny way to fall down the stairs. And one of the most beautiful things I noticed with this game is the way the camera is not against you. You see how the position of the camera is, and especially here, the camera went inside the wall here, but the game does a tremendously perfect job of telling you, hey, your camera's in the wall, so we're gonna cover all this so you know your camera is somewhere it's not supposed to be, but we're gonna still give you enough vision so your whole character is still in frame of visibility and your enemy. So it's zoomed out enough for you to see the threat around you, as much as you're allowed, of course. And the fact that you can see your character, so you're aware of the 2 things you need to be most aware of. And it gives you the feedback like, yo, pull your camera out of the wall, which is why it's half of it is black. So the game is definitely designed with high octane stuff going on in it. Another perfect parry, and it just staggers them. This gameplay clip it's not a clip. It's a whole ass movie. It's 22 minutes. IGN just posted it 4 minutes ago, but it came out 2 days ago or a day ago, I think. So it's the same footage. They just redistributed it again. While running into stealth kills, which is something we've seen in Ninja Gaiden 4. They've implemented it finally. And bonfire lit. I know. It looks Souls like. It's not. It's not a Souls like game. It just has the elements in it, and the elements of the Souls likeness are just in aesthetics. Gameplay is not. So don't go around saying Souls like. I am an advocate, as I said many times. I do not like Souls games. I hate Souls games. I appreciate them for what they are, but I don't like them because they've oversaturated this industry a little bit, and I think people are getting to the point that they're tired of playing it. So games like these are a breath of fresh air. And yeah, see the elements in the area design is kind of like that. So, but the game is awesome. You have a lot of weapons. It's not just these four. You have like a shit ton. You have skills too, which is one of it is this dancing lion. I know the Chinese name for it's like dancing lion or something. I don't know what to actually call it in the game. However, as far as that goes, yeah, you have your zombie enemies too that they don't do anything; they just get hit by everything. There's a cool game. Yeah, I think it's next. But yeah, this is the heavy sword. He's using the heavy sword, and yeah, deflecting doesn't take stamina, but using those blue attacks takes your stamina away. So as you can see, he's normally attacking, nothing's happening. See, the stamina is like there. Dodging takes like a play, and when you parry, it's back. It's I don't know what causes it to go down, but the fact that it doesn't stop you from attacking, that's all I care about. As long as I can still stay aggressive without the stamina, the game is fine to me. If I need stamina to just do basic attacks, I already don't like the game. So this doesn't have those issues. He can't just go ham. He's doing special moves over and over again, and then when he's doing OTs, it just recovers all the way. So that's Phantom Blade. And next is going to be Enenra. Enenra is, I would just say, flat out inspired by Ninja Gaiden. Single developer, as far as I know, still. And this is the most recent clip too, as you can see. You know, you have multiple weapons. You have fist weapons. It's the newest thing he's implemented. And yeah, this game is filled with stuff. It's like taking every cool concept of most games and implemented it into it. So you have the wall, you have the movement, you have the multi weapons, you have clear battle, you get the slowdowns, which DMC Devil May Cry introduced into the hack and slash universe, but it's there. I guess Bayo had it too, but Bayo had like the snapshots. Same shit, same thing. Enemies are cool, and again, you don't die in 2 hits, so I don't think I needed to point that out that this is not a Souls games, but yeah, he got grabbed and he has enough steam in him. Speaking of Steam, this game is on Steam. I think it has a demo too. I don't know if it's accessible publicly, but yeah, check Enenra out. I have talked about it before. It is a cool game. I know a lot of people didn't chime with it when I made a post about it, but this game is cool. And if it comes to console, I will play it day one. PC, probably not. I'm probably gonna wait on that. Maybe not. We'll see. And one of the biggest ones that got announced last year, Tides of Annihilation. It wasn't even last year. It was this year. It was at the start of this year, right? Yeah. This game, personally, I'm very looking forward to because it is inspired by Devil May Cry. Again, most hack and slashes are, but once you see some of the things she can do, it'll be very clear to you why it's like that. So this is like inspired, but I would say Suzuki's combat style. Suzuki-san, I work with him too. Awesome guy. Suzuki-san's combat style carried over to Final Fantasy 16, and you can tell. I'm just gonna skip the gameplay segments, but because that's what I care about most of the time, not slow walking segments. But the game is awesome looking though. This looks way too good, and I've heard it might have co-op, and that's a big thing. But if you can look at the HUD here, it looks like the icon system from Final Fantasy 16, which by all means is RPG hack and slash. Doesn't play like an actual like Final Fantasy game, which I can appreciate, but I know a lot of people didn't. But yeah, it looks like you have the icon style, and you have like flat outs. That's just volcano again. You have finishers, and they do throws. It's this game looks awesome, And it's not one of those games that it looks too good to be real. No, it's real. Like when you have HUD gameplay, and this is hands-on gameplay, pre-recorded, but it is hands-on gameplay. This is a real game. This is gonna come out soon. We only had one not real game here, which was Project DT. We don't know if that's around, but it was played on screen too, so proof that it is a thing. But yeah, they've said that this game is heavily inspired by games like Devil May Cry 5. So, and it shows. It has fantasy like elements with hack and slash, so it's like a mix between Final Fantasy and Devil May Cry. That was pretty much a high time, and it looks awesome. It just looks awesome. This is like Luch when Dante does it in Sin DT. And you have finishers. I think this should just wait. There you go. Bonk. Yeah, cinematically awesome. Environment looks awesome. Combat looks awesome. My only concern would be, does this run 60 frames on a base PS4, or do we need a Pro down the line? Which most likely going to be, you're most likely going to need a Pro. This game most likely will come out 2027 if we're lucky. I hope it comes out 2026, but it most likely won't. And as far as there's a gameplay segment. I'll show you the boss fight because it's the last clip. I don't want this video to be too long because it's supposed to be an introduction to more hack and slash games. I don't want it to be a homework thing. But yeah, you have humanoid boss fights too, and there are like you're fighting just another chick which has cool moves just like you. So this feels very Virgil like. You know, you have the rival fight. I don't know if she's your rival, but it is a rival fight pretty much. So the game looks awesome. I don't know what else to say besides the fact that it just looks cool. I don't like these, but this is a preference. Nothing's wrong with it. I don't like cutscenes in the middle of my boss fight. I want the health bar from start to finish of the boss fight be a seamless experience. I do not want transitions unless I can skip this. But yeah, hopefully there's a skip button or a fast forward button because I know fast forward was something introduced in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, because there's a lot of nonsensical cutscene transitions in 7 Rebirth. So they added a fast forward option when there's a cutscene, so you can just go into your fight and restart the battle and all that, and just lab all the way you want. But yeah, magic summons those, and I think magic just naturally recovers, and I think if you hit stuff, it recovers faster. Covered all the way, so maybe not, but yeah. And you can bet your ass there's gonna be more of these guys you can add on later. Maybe even demons or something. So that's Tides of Annihilation. And I guess for anybody that doesn't know, Ninja Gaiden comes out October of 2025, October 21st, or 22nd for people that are in Central Time. So this game, again, no need to talk about it. I've been talking about it for like the past couple of months. But they've recently announced the demo at Gamescom. I did talk about it at the start. They are most likely, and I do mean there's 99% chance that maybe a month or maybe even a week after Gamescom, or hear me out, this is being very generous, maybe when they show the new trailer at Gamescom, I don't know if there will be one, but I can bet on it that there will be one. Because why would you have a demo without a new trailer, right? There's gonna be a trailer most likely. The trailer is gonna be involving Ryu. It's gonna be Ryu focused or story focused. So it's either gonna show off what everything Ryu can do, or it's gonna be about the story. So, but the game comes out October, so we're not that far away for people that are dying to play this game. I'm with you. I feel you. And I hope demo is right after Gamescom, like when Gamescom ends, it's like, hey, go download it at home, have fun. But again, I would much rather they announce it then and there. It's like trailer pops up, demo available now, go download. I would love for them to do that, but most likely they won't because I'm pretty sure 20% of the Gamescom casting was like, oh shit, well, I'm just gonna go back home. Fuck this event. And just go play it there unless they traveled from a different country. So that's that. And I've heard a lot of you are interested in this game. I've heard a lot of people bring up Onimusha. And I can't blame you. Onimusha is the pioneer for hack and slash, weirdly enough, because without this game, DMC1 wouldn't have existed, funny enough. Without the franchise called Onimusha, DMC1 would have never happened. And Onimusha technically kind of does have a Ninja Gaiden 3 mechanics. You have insta kills based on execution, which is like, in that game, in Ninja Gaiden 3, it's like Razor's Edge. In this game, it's the Isen counter. Isen counter, sorry. I have never played an Onimusha game. The fixed camera angles really turns me off from some video games and classic ones. I know, I'm whining. I know. I'll probably play them. But this game is, by all means, a hack and slash game. I know people say it looks Souls-like. Trust me, Capcom will never make a Souls-like game. They will never make a Souls-like game. It is not something we're interested in doing. I have never heard of any of my other coworkers or employees ever talk about wanting to do a Souls-like game. So it's not gonna happen. But I mean, if they decided, you can bet your ass it's gonna be one of the best Souls-like you've ever played. But yeah, Onimusha is not Souls-like. There's nothing Souls-like about this game, just because it has a yokai realm, which is like Neo. It's like, and technically Neo is like Onimusha because it is the first game to do it of its kind that was actually in 3D environment. So it is coming out next year, unfortunately. So next year we're packed a little bit. But yeah, 2026. There's no date as far as the month or day goes. They just have the year. I'm just gonna say it. Usually Capcom tends to release stuff around March, so you can probably expect it around March or February. I will lean towards March, March 22nd, 2026. That's my estimate on that. So that's all the hack and slash games. I'm not gonna include Onimusha into the thumbnail because again, it's a game that I don't really like. I have not been involved with it, so I just feel like a fraud talking about it. I do have a friend that covers this game extensively, so I will bring up his channel. He covers Onimusha practically religiously. So if you want to know more about it, he's the guy to go to. He has a lot of content on this game. Listen to his stuff all the time. I try to I literally listen to his voice and fall asleep when when I want to find some information about this game. But most of the time we talk in the Discord calls all the time. So if you want information about Onimusha, he's the guy to go to. But other than that, that's all the hack and slash games I've known about so far. And just for a quick second, I'm gonna check out Team Ninja and see if there's any new news. No, I don't think there is. Media? No, there's nothing new. Cool new screenshots though for my Ninja Gaiden fans that are still around. We got some new screenshots. I think this asshole is about to do the grab animation. I hate them so much because of 3. But yeah, this screenshot is not new. This one I don't think it's new. But yeah, Ryu's again for costume has grown on me very rapidly. I'm actually starting to like it more and more the more I see it. So yeah, that's the end of this. I hope you guys will check some of these games out when they release or when we find out more about it. I will be playing all of them on release, minus Enenra because I don't know if that's coming to console, but I will cover Lost Soul Aside as in depth as I can. And as far as Ninja Gaiden goes, you already know I'm gonna play that game nonstop for like 2 weeks on stream. So tune in whenever those happens. Otherwise, I hope you guys have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time.